What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Lee Random, and I just woke up. The taste of my mouth is kind of funky, and I don't got anything to say. Oh. But if you're cool with hanging with me, we'll talk about something. I mean, I'm not just gonna stare into the camera. I can try to make something happen. You know, I did just wake up, but this is the life of a YouTuber. But yeah, my breath really does stink, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face. I'm trying not to brush my teeth on camera. I feel like it's just entirely too much of staring and going like this. You know what I mean? And you're just gonna have to believe me when I say I brush my teeth. Okay? I'm an honest girl, somewhat. Okay? And honesty is the tea. And so we're gonna have to watch that intro to get anything more. All right.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back. Hello, Jones Bones. Your girl has just woken up. My sleep was kind of delicious. I mean, it kind of tasted like booty, because my mouth woke up kind of tasting like booty. But you know, I'm pretty sure I got some teeth rotting in there. So, I mean, healthcare for all except the poor. But yeah, I got my little thingy thing, Y'all didn't see that. I got my little thingy things. I'm pulling them to the side. And what I want to talk to, what I want to talk about, what I want to touch into. Y'all, first of all, let's have a little conversation. Not even a conversation. I just want to bring this up. Don't fall asleep with your cell phone underneath your pillow. That thing was hot. It was hot. Ooh. Why was it hot? Y'all, I was starting to lose my throat. What is this on my neck? There's some bumps on my neck. I've been touching my neck lately because I was wearing a choker. And that choker is way too cute, but I was wearing a choker and it digs into my neck like right here. But now I got 2 bumps on my neck like right here. So pretty much my body is just protesting me being a dirty, I was gonna say whore, but I'm married. I'm not a whore. But just being a dirty girl. And I'm sorry, buddy. I know you took me through so much to get me to this point. And I just be giving up on you, okay? I'll be like, I'm gonna be a better person. But I'm not taking care of how I need to smell. But I don't smell bad. But then again, nobody really tells you if you stink. Let's be real. Because, like, nobody's going to really tell you stink. They're just going to smell you stinking. And they're going to be like, I don't want to hang out with that person anymore. And that's the problem, okay? Because if I stink, I think I want people to let me know I stink. But also, I don't think I stink because I have a sensitive nose, okay? And my sensitive nose would tell me. That reminds me, my mom, she whooped me in the shower a couple of times. And let me tell you, when you are wet, those belt hits, the hangers, they hurt a little bit more. But it was simply because my mom felt like she had this idea. I have the strongest smelling nose, right? My mouth's making a lot of noises. I don't know why, but that's a noise that I'm not gonna try again. But my mom used to say she had the most sensitive nose. I can smell you. If you're funky, I can smell it from a mile away, right? So my mom used to, wow, and this is kind of getting into why I probably don't take care of myself as much as I should. But my mom used to be like, I could smell funk from a mile away, and therefore I know if you showered or not, right? And so in her mind, she'd be like, I smell something bad, and therefore I know you showered. And let's be real. And I'm sorry to put it out there, but my mom, she would have sense sometimes, and I wouldn't tell her. Not because I just want her to go embarrass herself. She didn't go out the house for that, but she would have sense to herself for someone who had a very sensitive nose. And that's the thing. That's what I'm pointing out. People won't tell you you stink. But anyway, my mom would say, oh, I have a sensitive nose, woot de woot de woot, and I know if you shower. So she would accuse me of not showering multiple times. Like, I go in the bathroom and I shower, and then she'd be like, go back in there and shower again. Because you stink. So it got to the point where when I was younger, I used to do the shower. I used to do this and I used to do that. But as I got older, I just kind of gave up on it. I got smart enough, as I like to say. I would turn the water on and just sit in the bathroom. And then when I came out, she'd be like, yeah, see, I told you needed to get in the shower again. And the way that she would know is because my skin would be moist. You see, I just jumped back in the shower, wet my body the last few times, kind of dry myself off a little bit, but not really, and then go back to her. Now, you might be saying, you could have just took the shower at this point. No. You see, the point was, I didn't really stink. I think she just had it in her, maybe she was smelling herself. I don't know. But I didn't really stink. That's the main point of this. She sent me back to the bathroom multiple times telling me I didn't stink. And once I came back out of the bathroom, she did not notice that I did not shower again. So it was really something that got on my mind because of that. There was also things that I would do where when I would have to clean the bathroom, because my mom wanted the bathroom cleaned every single day. Why? Because the bathroom always smelled like pee to her. And you know, I don't know what to say to that, you know? But the way I could clean the bathroom pretty much was to actually go in the bathroom, play on my phone for a couple of not even a whole hour, but like 40 minutes playing on my phone and whatnot. Give me a second, I need a towel. But yeah, I would play on my phone for about 40 minutes or so, and then I would wipe everything down. Because the problem with that was, my mom believed if you left the bathroom too early, you didn't clean it. If you left the bathroom within 20 minutes, it's not clean. You got to be in there for 40 minutes for it to get the deep clean. So I would wipe everything down, make sure everything was shiny, and I would just spray some perfume. That would literally take me about 7 minutes, and then I'm done out of the bathroom. If I spent the time in there, my mom was more accepting. Yeah, she's really cleaning that bathroom. In actuality, I was just sitting in the bathroom. Why? Because once I left the bathroom, it smelled good. It looked good, okay? So it makes me wonder, what are some of the things that you guys did to get one over on your parents? And not necessarily get one over. It was just your parents was doing too much and you got a little bit smarter to realize they were doing too much, and then you didn't play along with doing too much. Because my mom used to make me count up all of the numbers on the receipts, okay? Because she thought that the computer was wrong. Let me say that again. She thought that the computer was wrong. So she made me go through the receipts, count everything up to see if the number at the end of the receipt was correct. I used to do that until I realized, and I was like, wait a minute, this don't make no sense. And so then I would just pretend to do it, right? I would write it down and be like, do, 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 do. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, it's the same number. And she never really caught on, but I want to know why she thought that the computer wasn't right. Because I'm but a human. But also, like, I just think about little things that I used to do. Like when I was younger, my mom had a really big problem with us being up past a certain point. And I mean, like, just going to the bathroom. If the floor creaked, she was yelling. And so, dang, I don't know if this is necessarily part of the trauma timeline. It was just something that I was thinking about, you guys. I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to start trying to keep everything together with my trauma timeline. If you haven't watched my trauma timeline, where have you been? Like, there's been a couple episodes now. The playlist is right here. But dang, can this be here? I don't think it's too bad or too triggering. It's just my mom was a little bit of a interesting person. And also, I always had to, my little sister, I had to shower that girl. I had to wash my little sister. And she was like in middle school and I had to wash her like completely naked. And this girl had already went through puberty, I'm telling you. And it was interesting because I had to wash my little sister. I was also washing my mom because, you know, my mom was a bigger girl and she needed someone to wash her back. But nobody ever came into the bathroom to wash my back. So, like, I just have a perpetually dirty back. My back is just never washed, okay? Like, it really was something. Like, I was talking to Stu one day and I was like, will you wash my back? And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, will you wash my back? And people say, you can wash your own back. Yeah, I got T-Rex arms and big bitties, okay? Like, the only thing I can do is beat the top of my back, but there's a lot more there. Like, it don't feel like a washing. Okay, here's the thing. My mom would always be like, you can wash your own back, you can wash your own back, and da-da-da-da. But why was I washing my sister and my mother's back if they too could wash their own back? Why did I have to go into the bathroom, get on my knees and scrub people if they could wash themselves? I am not Handmaid's Tale, okay? I am not the house Negro, okay? I don't know if this was supposed to be humbling because it wasn't. All it was is annoying. How am I gonna wash you guys? And nobody wants to wash me. Like, why? Why can't I be washed too? Why do I gotta stay dirty? You know, and like, look, I'm also a little bit, I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm a little bit light-skinned. I didn't necessarily believe I was light-skinned, but I'm starting to believe I am light-skinned. Not light-skinned, oh, I'm better than people, but just like, oh, okay, my skin is a little bit lighter. I never really had that realization. My mom always would tell me, oh, well, she would always try to humble me. Just because your skin's light skin doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. And I'm just like, dang. When did I ever say I was? And then also on top of that, my mom would also pick at like my skin, like, oh yeah, you need to do this because your skin and this and this and that. So scars would show up pretty dark on me. I mean, they're scars, okay? I'm black, hypertension, okay? Hypertension, hyperpigmentation, okay? I'm dark. I got dark between my thighs, okay? Hyperpigmentation doesn't mean that I'm a dirty girl. I mean, in general, I am a little bit more dirty, but in general, like, it's just something that happens within the black community, because even though I am a little bit lighter, it doesn't mean that my scars are gonna be a different color, you know? Just because I'm lighter than people don't mean my scars are just gonna magically be lighter. Scars are scars, okay? And they just show up a little bit more on my skin. So my mom would always be like, you need to use this, you need to use this, you need to lighten your skin to get rid of the scars. But then she'd also be like, I like your skin better if it feels darker. Like, I used to use this cream. Now, the Glow Skin, Jergens Glow Skin, and it makes your skin a little bit darker. And my mom was like, yes, I like this. I like it when your skin's golden and stuff like that. My skin's not naturally golden. I honestly don't have a really, in my opinion, I don't have a really amazing skin color. I don't have a really amazing skin tone. It's just kind of like a wash out color. Like, my husband has a little bit more of a yellowish undertone and whatnot, but my skin tone is just, it's just skin, okay? She kind of looked dingy, but you know, we're gonna live with it. Now, I, for one, love a dark skin beauty, okay? Now, chocolate it up. I don't know if I think women that are dark skinned hate men saying that they're chocolate because they are super sexualizing them. But then again, I am bi, so I like women too, but even then I'm not like, oh yeah, give me some of that chocolate, girl. But I like the skin of Coco. Like, I had a friend, and I thought that wasn't the most beautiful thing about her, because she had some hips for days. She's a teeny tiny pop. But she was chocolate of the skin, and I thought, wow, you're very, like, I like your skin. I don't know why people have a problem with, like, skin tones and stuff, like chocolate people. I don't see it. I think it's kind of stupid. I think everyone's beautiful in their own way, and my friend had the prettiest skin. I think that it's like you grow up not liking it, pretty much, and that's the thing. You grow up not necessarily appreciating it, but what you don't appreciate, someone else appreciates. But I kind of had a jealousy boner, if you will, for a dark chocolate girl. Okay, like I just love the skin, and I realized later on in life, and I've said it before, the girls that I got into fights with were darker. Like middle school and whatnot, they were darker, and also I didn't do anything to them. So at this point, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, it's not necessarily their faults because they were kids, but it's society's faults for not gassing them up where they so rightfully deserve to be gassed up, because they have beautiful skin. I was never the type of person to be like, look at my skin, look at yours. My mama was darker. She wasn't the darkest. My sister, she grew up and she was pretty chocolate. But even then, I never really bullied anyone about being dark. The only bullying that I ever did, okay, I did some bullying, okay, and it was a boy, and he was just an annoying boy, and he had really bad acne. Like, his skin was like, I'm sorry, it was like a crater, okay, and the boy made me uncomfortable, and he will always try to rub his face against me, and I'm just like, oh, no. That was back then where I had really bad problems with, like, my triggerphobia or something, like holes or something like that. Like, it would trigger the hell out of me, and still it could trigger the hell out of me. Like, if I see ants coming out of an ant pile, just the thought of it. But like, no, he had it all over his face, and it was like, sometimes it just looked like pimples were about to burst sometimes. Okay, so the way I bullied him is I was like, like, he would come and put his face on you. I'd be like, stop touching me. Like, no, I know that freaking pimples weren't contagious, but when people with, like, not even people, but when he came around and he was like touching all over you, I was like, I know it's not contagious, but it feels like it's contagious, so I need you to back up. And y'all don't feel too bad for him, because yes, I did sort of bully him, but he also pushed me into a corner and forced a kiss upon me and was like groping on me in middle school, which kind of like brings me back to my brother, because he knew about it. And like, I was gonna hold this for a trauma timeline, but like, it's not really a big thing, but my older brother knew about it and told me that it was my fault because I walk around skipping class even though I hadn't passed to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. He pretty much blamed me for it happening, yada yada yada. And his also reasoning, I think, is because the guy was also on the football team, because football is less important than family you don't want. And that is it. Wait, I didn't even wash my face, did I? Did I wash my face? I think I washed it. I didn't spray it or put any cream on it. I was about to end this live. I was about to end this. And let me tell you, I wouldn't have continued it after I ended it too. I would have just walked away and was like, that was a good day. That was a good day. I'm starting to run lower on my day cream. That's the only one I've really been using. If I'm going to be real, I done gave up on nights too many times. But at this point, I am done telling the story of my life. If you are interested in my trauma timeline, I did put the playlist earlier. My main idea is I just wanted to start putting all of these stories in one place, because I felt like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like if it's all over the place, people don't get to know me as well as I want people to know me. And then also, I don't want to just be triggering people all over the place. But at the end of the day, I probably will touch on this topic again on my Trump timeline. I mean, it's not in the grand scale of things, considering what has happened to me and things that my other brother did. What my oldest brother did to me was just something that the older black generation just happens to do. You know, it's nothing special to him, but still, it affected me. And it made me so that I pretty much never trusted that man. I mean, I was always kind of standoffish, but it just made me so I would never really trust my older brother. Also, he would bring gifts for my little sister, and he wouldn't bring anything for me for Christmas. And I'm just saying, you coming in talking about you Santa Claus, but you never bringing me anything. Okay, Santa Claus who? Okay, much love and positive vibes. Nice to meet you if you're new here, and I hope to see you again.